Good day, everyone. Welcome once again to the Magna POS tutorial channel. Today we'll be going to a tutorial on how to sell on Magna POS. So once again, I've logged into the demo account of Magna POS, and once you log in with your dedicated user name and password, you will come to the home page. Depending on the access you have, you will be able to see this section of the home page. The next thing you have to do in order to sell is, of course, by clicking on the POS tab, right? You click on the POS, it will open a new window where you enter the amount of cash you have at hand at the beginning of the day. In this case, let's say we have 100 naira at the beginning of the day, and you enter your business location. Of course, if you have only one location set up on Magna POS, it will be populated here. In this case, we have two locations, and we'll be picking location A as your business location. The next, you click on Open Register. Once you click on Open Register, it opens the register through which you will sell to your customers or to whoever comes into your business. And we'll be going through the various sections here. At the upper hand side, you see where the location is. If you have access to multiple locations, you can click down and select them. If you have access to only one location, you would not be able to do that. You can only have the location already populated at that point. Next, you have the dates here. Of course, if in the settings feature, you can actually edit the date, or you can keep it fixed with the dates as shown on your computer. The next section will be the customer list, where you can add the name of your customer here. You could actually search for the customer by typing customer's name, the first three letters. For example, we have James Bond set up here, and you can click on it and populate it, or you could create a new customer by clicking the plus sign. Here you can add a new customer as an individual, as a business as well. You could add more information to populate the details of the customer, and you save. In this case, we are not adding a new customer, so I'll just close it because we've already populated a customer, James Bond. The next section will be the section where you scan or you type the name of the product. In this case, let's think of typing the name. So you could actually type a name. Let's take water. All you need to type is the first three letters of whatever product you're searching for, and it will show you items in your inventory that have those first three letters. In this case, I typed WAT, and I'm choosing Ever Water, and it populates, right? And then you have this section where you have your default selling price for your products. If you use multiple prices in selling, for example, you have a wholesale price, you have retail price, whatever price you had pre-configured in your settings, and you have the access to change price types, you will be able to do that here. If you don't have access to do that, it will populate with the default price. Here we have the access to change the prices. So we could select wholesale price, or we could select, for example, Banana Island price and all that. And depending on the pricing you set up, whichever price group you indicate, it will populate the price accordingly. Okay. Another way of entering your products or your inventory is through the features tab here. Here you have all the products um, listed on the right hand side, and you can easily click on them to select the product. So I've clicked on Agnesia powder, it immediately goes there. Of course, remember in the inventory entry points, which we have taught in the other module, you can put the pictures of your products as part of the inventory you have. So you can click on this section and your products will be added at this part as long as you have them available. Okay, at the lower hand side, you would have the loyalty. If you have a loyalty setup, you could have it there. You could also put your shipping costs, click on shipping. In case you are shipping items, you want to add some charges for that. For example, we are shipping these items to the customer for 1,000 naira, and I select the delivery status, it just packed, and I could put who is delivery to. I'm delivering to Mr. James Bond, right? And if you have a delivery person already set up, you could choose one of your staff. In this case, we are choosing um, Sandra Manager to be the delivery person. And we can give a reason: out of town, out of town. Now this section, and I can update, this section is not mandatory, just to tell you how it's used. Here I've added a cost of 1,000 naira for shipping, and it adds up to the total cost at 15,200. Remember, if I didn't add this 1,000, it would be 14,200. So this is how you add your product to the register for sale. At the lower hand side, you see various options to conclude the sales. You either save as a draft. If you click on it, it saves as a draft for later use. And you can pull it up and sell. You can also save as a quotation. This is a reserve sale in case a customer wants to just know the price of the product, is not ready to pay. You can click on this and save it as a quotation and print it out for the customer. Instead of writing the prices and names of your products on a piece of paper and handing to a customer, with Magna POS, you can make it look more professional by doing a quotation. And the quotation will be printed with the customer's name on your invoice as a quotation. It does not deduct or change your inventory quantities, neither does it add to your sales figures because it's not a pure sale. The second part is third part is the suspend sales in case you have multiple people. For example, somebody comes to buy products from your outlet, you've put his products here, he has a sudden call he has to make, you don't want to remove this product and attend to another person, you can click on suspend and the product will be suspended. It will be removed from the screen and it will be suspended. Whenever you want them back, you can go back to the suspend tab and open and choose the product that are suspended. Then you have other features like credit sale, sell by card, you have multiple pay, you have cash, and of course you can cancel. In this case, let's use multiple pay as an example and see what happens. Of course, when you click cash, it just goes out straight because the person is paying cash. But multiple pay allows you to offer changes to the customer if he has a balance, and also if the customer is paying with multiple payment options. For example, maybe he's paying half of the money with cash and the balance is paying with either a transfer or a credit card or debit card transaction. So here, let's click on multiple pay. Customer is paying with multiple pay. Once you click on this, it opens this section up. Customer is paying with cash. Let's say out of 15,200, he's paying with cash of let's say 10,000. Once I click on this 10,000, it shows me a balance of 52 as the next option. If he's paying with cash, I can help by putting the denomination of the cash here if I want. Again, it's not mandatory. Just to help calculate how much is the client paid, so I don't have to stress myself and check. And I've put 10,000. There's a balance of 52. The client wants to do a POS transaction. I click on Add Pay. It opens and I select let's say card, it pays by card, and I select card for the balance. Again, you can add your card details, it's not mandatory again. And once you're done, you finalize payment for the client. He has paid 10,000 with cash, 5,200 with card. Of course, if there are multiple other payments, for example, if he paid, let's say 4,000 instead with card, and you click somewhere, he will still have a balance of 1,002. So I can add another payment option for the client and I can choose transfer, right? And he's transferring the balance of 1,2. So the client has paid the total amount of 15,002 by three different methods: 10,000 cash, 4,000 card, 1,002 by transfer. This is just to show the various options you could use, right? And I want to close out the payment. I finalize payment by clicking on this tab, and um, the payment goes through accordingly. If I have an error, like I have here, it's showing me I have an error with a product in this case. So it means I selected a product that has expired, right? In this case, and it's telling me exactly what the product is, adult choco. So I'll go in there and take out adult choco, um, Apiton weight gain adult choco. Okay, that's this product. I'll remove it because I had set an expiry date on that product and it will not allow me to sell it because the product is expired. Again, this is a safeguard method. So I remove Apitone and I try to sell it off again. So now the client is paying 9,002, is paying 4,050 by cash. Um, he's not paying. Let's remove the payment method of transfers and keep it just two options. So he's meant to pay 8,050. He's paying how much is he meant to pay? Sorry, let's go through this again and be clear how much is meant to pay. Okay, he's meant to pay 4,050. So I want to do multiple pay. I go to multiple pay. Um, 4,050. Let's say he's paying 3,050 by cash. I've put 3,050. I have a balance of 1,000, and I add another payment. It's paying 1,000 with transfer. It's paying 1,000 with transfer. Select transfer, and I'm done. I finalize the payment. I hope I don't have another error of expired products. I finalize the payment and the payment goes through. So it will pop up the screen for you to print your invoice accordingly, and you get your invoice here, which shows the products the customer bought, the options for payment, cash and transfer, total 4,050 naira. It shows the date it was paid, and it also lists the shipping charges that we put in place. This is the invoice. Depending on your invoice setup, it will occur this way. And the next is to print, right? I set this up in the printer and I'll just go ahead and print the invoice, but I'm not printing in this case, so I cancel. The other options, the other features, let me refresh the screen to remove the error. The other features on the sales section includes this tab here, which is your suspend tab. I talked about suspense here. If you have a sale suspended, you can click on the suspend tab and you see all your suspended sales. Any suspended sale, you can click edit. Once you click edit, it takes it back to the POS screen immediately and you can continue selling from there. That's what the suspend tab is for. Next to that, you have your expense tab. If it's active for that user, you can add your expenses here by just clicking on it and then going ahead to populate your expenses accordingly. Next to that, you have if you want to put this on full screen or not full screen, you can do a sale return here of any transaction. This is your calculator feature here, and of course this section helps you check the profit for every transaction. At the end of the day, you have to close your register. It is at this tab you click on close register, and just after that you have a tab that takes you back to the menu. Let's see how close register on your sale works. This at the end of the day. Remember, I started with opening the register at the beginning of the day. At the end of the day, if you have the access, you can close register by clicking on this tab. And what it will do, it will populate all the sales you made for that day. the various payment options, right? List the product you sold for you to verify and the quantities, and you can go through your cash denomination and you click on close register. So once you close this register, the entire sale goes to your P&L and L and it defaults back to your open cash register tab. At this point, of course, you can close your window and sign out from Magna POS. Thank you very much for joining the session today. Please like and subscribe to Magna POS channel to get more information on tips on how to utilize Magna POS to optimize your business. Thank you and see you in the next session.